Question 955. A mortgage covering more than one parcel of property usually provides a clause allowing the release of a particular parcel on repayment of a specified part of the loan. This type of loan is called a blanket loan, b package loan, c open-end loan, d swing loan. Correct answer is a blanket loan. This blanket loan is typically used in connection with housing tracts or construction loans. Question 956. The majority of electrical outlets in homes supply blank volts of power: a 50, b 110, c 500, d 1000. Correct answer is b 110. Certain outlets designed for major appliances like ranges, water heaters, and dryers supply 220 volts. Question 957. The terms and conditions of the sale of a home property generally have an impact on the property's a appreciation, b tax rate, c price, d depreciation. Correct answer is c price. When terms and conditions are favorable to the buyer, a low down payment, for example, or a purchase money mortgage offered to the buyer by the seller, the price charged for the property will likely be higher than if the buyer was paying the total in cash. Question 958. The term megalopolis refers to a cell phone providers, b large states like California or Florida, c utility companies like Southern CA Edison or PG&E, a group of cities and its surrounding suburbs. Correct answer is D, a group of cities and its surrounding suburbs. A real estate term defined as an urban region, comprising several large cities and suburbs that adjoin each other. Los Angeles and its suburbs are a prime example. Question 959. A 17-year-old soldier in the U.S. Army decides to try to buy a studio apartment. The listing agreement he signs is A. invalid, b. valid, c. illegal, d. subject to challenge by his parents. Correct answer is B. valid. A legally emancipated minor may enter into any type of contract. A minor can be emancipated by marrying, petitioning a court of law, service in or joining the military. 17 is the minimum age for enlisting. Question 960. If a lease does not mention whether the tenant has the right to assign the leased property, then the A. tenant can assign the property, b. tenant cannot assign the property without the landlord's consent, c. tenant cannot assign the property under any circumstances, d. assignee must negotiate a new contract. Correct answer is a tenant can assign the property. Unless the terms of the lease contract prohibit assignment, a contract may be assigned to another person. Question 961. Which of these types of loan could have variable amortization? A. Cal-Vet, b. Fannie Mae, c. VA, d. any of the above. Correct answer is D. any of the above. With financing through Cal-Vet, the interest rate can change over the term of the loan. With a higher interest rate, the borrower has the option to retain the monthly payment at the same level, so the loan term would be lengthened to the complete loan payoff. Similarly, FHA and VA loans offer adjustable rate mortgages, ARMs, which would have amortization schedules that change over time. Question 962. In Southern California, most escrows are performed by A. attorneys, b. separate escrow and title companies, c. property managers, d. none of the above. Correct answer is B. separate escrow and title companies. In Southern California, there is usually a separate escrow and title company involved. Question 963. Of these mortgage providers, which one generally offers the highest loan-to-value ratios, LTV, for conventional loans? A. savings banks, b. private lenders, c. life insurance companies, d. commercial banks. Correct answer is A. savings banks. While savings banks, commercial banks and insurance companies are the largest providers of real estate loans, it is savings banks best known for specializing in funding home mortgages. Question 964. The state's Fair Employment and Housing Act is also called the A. Rumford Act, B. Holden Act, C. Unruh Act, D. Employment Protection Act. Correct answer is a Rumford Act. The Rumford Act also outlaws advertising housing for sale or rent in discriminatory terms, including ads that imply a preference for a certain group, such as a landlord who indicates he likes to have married couples as tenants. Question 965. Gordy's 10-year-old Chevrolet broke down, again, and in disgust he said to his friend, Steve, "I'll sell you my orange Chevy for $10. When Steve produced the cash and asked Gordy for the keys, Gordy refused to accept the money and said he'd only been joking about selling the car. If Steve sues his now ex-friend Gordy to go through with the transaction, the court will base their ruling on A. Whether a reasonable person would have believed Gordy's offer to sell his car for $10 was genuine or a joke. B. Whether Steve had believed Gordy's offer to sell his car for $10 was genuine or a joke. C. Whether an automobile dealer would appraise Gordy's car with a value of $10. D. Whether the car would be able to run the next time Gordy tried to start it. Correct answer is A. Whether a reasonable person would have believed Gordy's offer to sell his car for $10 was genuine or a joke. The case will be decided based on whether a reasonable person would have believed Gordy was joking when offering to sell his car. Through the concept of the reasonable person, the law creates an objective standard to apply to each set of circumstances rather than the judgment of the people involved in the actual case. Question 966. When a seller accepts the actions of an agent, even without a previous agreement, then an agency may be created by A. Oral agreement, B. Implied agreement, C. Express agreement, D. Ratification. Correct answer is D. Ratification. Ratification is defined as acceptance of an act already performed. An agency relationship can be ratified, created, by approving acts after they have been performed.